guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're starting the first day of a new reading vlog for Mermaid Marathon. So happy Mermaid Marathon, day 1. It is around 8:30 and I have to get out the door and go to work. Monday is the only day that I don't work from home usually, but I wanted to check in, say happy day 1 of Mermaid Marathon, tell you a little bit about my plans today. So I have 12 books picked out for my main TBR. I'll link my TBR in case you want to go check it out. I have one book picked for every challenge on the map. However, I plan on doing most of them on audio. I don't know if all of the audiobooks are going to come in time. I don't know if I'm going to like all the narrators. I have other books outside of this that I have as options as well. So we're just gonna listen to a bunch of different audiobooks today on my way to work and see which one I want to start with. And then I'll pick out a physical read later tonight. Probably gonna have a super easy work day today. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of shipping orders. 4th of July tends to be like the slowest week of the year because everybody's out like having fun and doing things for the 4th and vacationing. I am gonna be at my parents' and my sister and I are gonna get caught up on Love Island UK. So I am obsessed with Love Island, and this year I dove into Love Island US like normal, and I'm doing Love Island UK, which I am liking just as much, if not more. I'm obsessed with the cast over there. My sister's joining me. She is behind on UK, and we haven't watched Love Island US last night, and there was like a big vote. So we're gonna get caught up on that. I think I might stay and do some swimming, so I may read by the pool. I'm not sure if I'll get a ton of reading in today, but that is the plan for today. So we have a mermaid map with 12 challenges that we need to hit. We don't have to hit them all, but I usually try to hit all the challenges if I can. I really liked doing the map this year, so hopefully you guys liked it as well. All right, so I will check in with you guys later today, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, ignore the air conditioner sounds, but I wanted to show you the setup for my entertainment center that I try to do for every readathon. These are most of my TBR books. Not all of them, but most of them. I've got a couple book sleeves up here that are themed, and then a pirate map, my beach candle, then just like mermaid and pirate goodness. That's the setup. Hey guys, happy Mermaid Marathon day 2. It's already 5 p.m. on Tuesday. I'm just now checking in again. I've had kind of a long couple of days. Yesterday I went and worked. We had a pretty easy work day, but I stayed and kind of like hung out with the family and did some things. And then today I kind of do Tuesdays as like my reset for the week. So I did a lot of cleaning, I did some editing, I did a couple of work things, I did some cooking. While I did that, I got almost done with There Is Something Fishy About My Boyfriend. I decided to start this one. This is a new release that of course was not on my original TBR, at least not on my TBR video that I filmed. I did have more books checked out. This one had like 5 people on the wait list on Libby, and it was only 10 hours, and also it's a contemporary, so I thought that it would be like a nice, easy thing. I wouldn't have to like learn a whole new fantasy world. So this one, we're in New Jersey, and we're following our main character who helps run her family's bed and breakfast, and one day she discovers this like man who's naked on the beach, and he looks hurt, and she helps him, and he comes and lives at her B&B and helps her like fix it up, and then she notices some strange things about him because of course he is a merman. It is really, really cute, simple, fun, cozy. It definitely reads like a young adult book, especially the audiobook. It feels very young, except for the fact that there's some spicy scenes to it. That doesn't bother me. I love young adult books, and every book kind of has its own tone to it, and this one's just like really light and cutesy, silly and fun, except for the spicy scenes. So far I haven't had like a super crazy spicy scene. It was just like a short little one, so if you're not a spicy girl, you can easily skip over the scene if you're not into it, because it still has plenty of other cute romantic elements. I really like that she runs a bed and breakfast, and then her aunt like owns a bookshop, and they're on the Jersey Shore. There's like New Jersey type characters, and it's really just cute and fun. I love the cover, so I'm enjoying it a lot. I think I have about 4 hours left, so it would be about 2 hours left at the speed that I listen to. I'm really gonna try to get it done tonight. We're kind of running out of time, so we'll see what I can do. And then for my physical read, I have a couple things picked out that I can choose from, but I am halfway through Serena by Donna Jo Napoli. I'll grab it here in a minute and show you guys. And I really would like to finish it because it's very quick and I only have like 70 pages left. I think I can finish it in an hour. I'm still going to count it as a readathon book because I started it for this weekend and it's mermaidy, so it fits. Talk to you about it a little bit more once I finish it. For today, the rest of today, I have to go get my exercise in. I'm going to go do a walk. I think I'm going to stop by Ross and Dee Dee's Discounts and see if they have any Halloween stuff because it's starting to trickle in. I am a big Halloween girl. I have a huge Halloween party every year. We do big things for Halloween on my channel, and it's starting to, the decor and stuff is starting to come in. It's time to start hunting for things. I'm gonna try not to get too many things this year because I'm running out of room, but it's always just fun to go and look. It's a good little mood boost as well. I may also stop in at Target because I think the dollar spot is getting some spooky things in as well. I'll try not to do too much Halloween content in the mermaid vlog unless you guys like it, so you'll have to let me know for next time. We're not gonna do anything too like mermaidy appealing for today, but tomorrow I do plan on going to the beach and reading and getting some pictures done for the rest of the week, so that'll be really fun. I may film any books that I find at Target that are mermaid appropriate or anything else like that. So just a fun little shopping trip tonight. I also have to work on finishing some mermaid bookmarks. I completely cleaned out my stash of mermaid bookmarks. Like I make bookmarks for every readathon and for my friends, and I finally went through all the mermaid ones that I've made, so I need to make some fresh new ones for the readathon for the giveaway, and also to send to the authors that have sent me all of those amazing indie mermaid books. I'm trying to send one to any author that I'm able to, along with a little thank you card, and I'd like to make enough to have some for next year as well. So we're gonna do that tonight while we watch Love Island because it is Love Island season and this is the final week. It is gonna cut into my reading time because I have 2 episodes to watch almost every night, but we're just gonna do our best and have like a light, fun readathon summer. We have a ton of people participating. There are 76 people on Storygraph and 30 people I think have posted photo challenges today. Lots of authors are interacting. All of the posts are doing really good. It's really fun. You guys are just so excited to be in the Mermaid Island summer mode. I am sharing a ton of like mermaid crafts and drink ideas and all kinds of fun things on my stories from other people as well, and it's just like a whole mermaid ocean community party. So I think that's my main update for today. I may check in with you later tonight, but otherwise I will see you tomorrow for a better day 3. Hey guys, happy Mermaid Marathon day 3. Okay, so we're going a little bit slow, which has been very typical for the readathons this year. That's okay because we have a decent amount of time left. So I have an hour left of There's Something Fishy About My Boyfriend. It has gotten significantly more spicy. I personally just don't love, I just am here for the main plot of the story. I love like romance and angsty romance and the occasional spicy scene, but for the most part I'm here for like an adventurous plot and cute characters, which I am getting from this book. It is very, very cute. That's how I would put it. If you are not a spicy person, I would say it's pretty easy to just skip over the spicy scenes without missing major plot points because it's a contemporary. And I feel like it doesn't derail the entire book. Like sometimes once the spicy scenes start, it can derail the book and it can be just about that from here on out. It's not like that. There's some other side plots going on, and I really like the New Jersey bed and breakfast setting. So hopefully we can start my next book very soon. I'm gonna go to the beach. We're gonna do some Little Free Library hunting. We're gonna take some book photos for this week because I don't have all the ones that I need. Grab some lunch and go on a walk and maybe go to a store depending on how much time I have. So we're gonna see how much we can kind of cram in this afternoon. I've done my work for today for the most part. But I did get some book mail that I wanted to show you guys. So before the readathon, I was kindly sent Mermaid in Manhattan by Jessica Gadzelia. This is a new release mermaid book that came out. It's another like cute adult contemporary. I have no idea how spicy it is, but we're gonna read it very soon. She sent this when she kind of saw what we were doing for Mermaid Marathon, and I tagged her book in a few things, and she asked me if I would like a copy, and I was like, I'd love that. My friend and I are gonna buddy read it, and she sent me and my friend a copy and some mermaid goodies. This was so sweet. She sent me a little mermaid tail necklace and then another necklace that came with a little clam seashell. We have this little seashell necklace, and you take out this kind of cloth pearl and you add the pearl that is inside here. I have seen this kind of thing before, so I'm really, really excited. That sounds so fun and that's so nice. I get sent a lot of books for the readathon, but they're for my giveaway, so it was really exciting to get one for me and for my personal reading. So I'm really excited to get to that. They're probably starting it sometime next week. So I got some book mail that says Illumicrate, but this is actually from Pango. I will put my Pango link down below where you can get $5 off your first order. This is a place where you can get gently used books, and they are sold by book lovers, and it is so good. It's like eBay for books, but they are always like packaged really well, and sometimes they'll put bookmarks and things. It's like buying from a bookshop, but like an individual person. I need to start my own seller account, but I love buying from them, and you can get really good deals. I think I got this one for $20 including shipping, and it's a special edition. I'm really excited about it. Oh, she like really wrapped it. So we got the box, we had some confetti, and then it's also wrapped in paper. I love how well everything comes from there. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is Salt Swept by Catalina Watt. I had this one on my pirate or island new release graphic. I didn't realize that it was only out in Australia right now, like exclusively. And I found this special edition from Illumicrate from Pango, used for 20 bucks. It's so pretty. There's like octopus edges. I don't actually have very many like pirate, mermaid, nautical special editions, so this was really exciting. This whole pirate scene, so pretty. Oh, just beautiful. Has a map. I really like the original cover of this, so I'm hoping that we get it in the US as well. Okay, so a ragtag crew, a perilous quest, and first they need a boat, next they need to learn how to sail it. A pirate faces the gallows drop. A farmer is given a terrible ultimatum to save her daughter. An acolyte ascends to priesthood only to find that a blessing can really be a curse. These unlikely bedfellows band together with an inscrutable pickpocket and a talking otter cat in pursuit of the most hopeless causes to sail into the maelstrom, a raging whirlpool from which no one has ever escaped. Find the mysterious treasure hidden within. I might start this one physically because I can't get the audio because it's in Australia. I'm really excited for it. I'm gonna have to like carefully read it because it's such a pretty edition. All right, so we're gonna get going. I'm gonna take you with me. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook. Did stay up until like midnight last night watching Love Island, which was not necessary because I only had 2 episodes, but I started them kind of late because I went and did those errands like later in the day. And then Jeff was home and I talked to him, and then my computer was like glitching, so I kept having to restart to the UK episode. So I'm very tired today and kind of sluggish, which is my own fault. But I did find some fun stuff at like Target and Five Below that I'll show you maybe later today for the mermaid giveaway.
All I want
I'm in my bedroom kind of soaking up some air conditioning, working on my mermaid bookshelves because I need to take a video for Instagram, which will be up by the time you see this. But it was just looking a little cluttered, so I'm just reorganizing everything this afternoon and finishing up my audiobook finally. Hey guys, happy Mermaid Marathon day 4. Okay, it is 5 p.m. on Thursday. I have quite a bit to check in. So today they actually had to do like a routine check or something to the power. And so they turned my power off from 8 to 4. So I went and like shopped and exercised, got groceries, Halloween hunted, went to lunch with my mom. Then I got home like about a half hour ago. I'm gonna show you anything that I filmed now and then I'll check in with you in just a second. Okay, so I am on a walk at this little pond lake area. I forgot my headphones, so I'm gonna try to listen to my audiobook on my speaker, but I also want to be polite, so I'm gonna have to pause it if I see a lot of people around. So there aren't too many people here right now, but I wanted to do a short walk since I gotta kill some time while my power is off and just to get my walk in for today. I'm all summery. So that's what's going on, listening to this. Okay, I'm on my walk. I want to show you some things. So this is society garlic. It's very popular with landscaping, and I believe the flowers and the base, which is kind of like a chive, but it tastes like garlic, really garlicky, are edible. There's another flower that kind of looks like it that has a bigger purple flower, but you can kind of smell that it's garlic. And then over here, these are called strawberry trees. I just planted some in my front yard, and they have these little fruits, and these should be a little bit more red than this, like that, are edible. It tastes kind of like apricot, but like really good. I like to have little foraging snacks like this and learn about the plants. Just make sure that you are 100% sure before you eat anything, because obviously there's some dangerous stuff too, but this doesn't really have any lookalikes. And the society garlic one, if you really know what you're looking at, doesn't really have any true lookalikes either. Your little foraging tip for today. I'm like a little bit disheveled after my day of adventuring, but I have a lot of things to check in with you about. Okay, so yesterday I went to the beach to take some more book photos, and I actually sat and I read for a little bit. We did some little free library hunting. I went to lunch, and we did like a bunch of things after I got my regular work done for the day. So I finished Sirena by Donna Jo Napoli. I have actually started this one in June physically. I always try to read a few mermaid books before the readathon that I need to like catch up on, and this one doesn't have an audio, and I have mixed feelings about this author. I had about half of it done, so I am going to count this for the readathon just because. This one is kind of like a retelling of part of the Odyssey slash like Greek mythology. We're basically following a mermaid that learns to fall in love with a human and learns about the human, and it has a lot of Greek mythology, and you're kind of following them throughout time a little bit. And it was kind of like a forlorn, angsty classic type feel to it. I actually wound up really liking this. Some strange things in here. Donna Jo kind of always does that, but I really enjoyed this overall. If you like those kind of not necessarily happy endings, but like very whimsical and angsty, I think you're gonna like this one. I just try to read as many mermaid books as I can. So I think I'm actually gonna give this one 4 stars. Not sure what challenge I'm gonna count this one for yet. And then I finished There's Something Fishy About My Boyfriend, and you guys, I loved this one. I really enjoyed like the friendships and the silliness of it, the issues with the bed and breakfast, and just kind of like the normal day life things mixed with the boyfriend being a mermaid problems. This did have a couple of spicy scenes. I would say they were fairly short and very easy to skip, and they did not take over the book. I feel like sometimes once they go spicy, the characters kind of lose interest in the rest of the plot, and it all just becomes about them like having sex again, and I didn't feel that way with this one. There was still like friendships and misadventures to happen, and it does have a much younger feel to it besides those like spicy scenes. A very silly, fun, cozy, good time. So I'm gonna give this one 4 stars. I'm really excited. Going good. And then I'm over halfway through Out of Air by Rachel Reese on audio. I wanted to read this one last year for Mermaid Marathon. I didn't get to it. So this is like a light young adult horror following Phoebe, and she is a diver with her group of friends in the Florida Keys. They decide, I think on their senior year, to take a trip to Australia. So 6 months ago, she and her 4 closest friends found social media fame after discovering a handful of ancient gold coins in the Florida Keys. Now during their final summer after high school, they're taking one last trip to distant Australia Island to do what they love most, scuba dive. While diving a local reef, Phibbs discovers a spectacular underwater sea cave rumored to be a lost cave with buried treasure. But when Phibbs and her best friend Gabe surface from the cave, they begin to undergo strange changes. It has a light horror element to it. I really like the narrator for this one. It's a shorter book. I'm really liking the story overall. It's very quick, fast paced. The atmosphere of the scuba diving and a little bit of like a claustrophobia thing is awesome. It's very like an anxiety producing book, like in a good way. You feel like a little bit of rapid heart flutters while you're following the characters and they're scuba diving and things like that, and weird things are happening. So things are going really good. I'm not done with as many as I wanted, but we are really enjoying everything that we've started. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little show and tell. So I've been going to like Home Goods and Marshalls and things, and I got this sun shirt. It's like flowers. It's a little bit like grandma-ish, but that's okay. Laura Ashley, and it has like a breathable arm piece, like there's like a thin piece, because we've been doing so many hikes, and I don't mind getting a little bit of sun, but there are days where I don't really want to get any more, and I can wear something like this, especially because we went to Joshua Tree recently in the desert, and you can get destroyed there because of how hot it is. So I thought this would be good. We're gonna do some more hiking adventures this year, so I grabbed that. I went to Trader Joe's and they had a new candle. I love Trader Joe's candles. These are only $4. They use a soy wax blend, which is better for you. This one is beach day themed, so I got one of these for the mermaid giveaway. Smells like the ocean in like summertime, so that was cool. I went to $2 Tree and I found a few books. So the British Girl's Guide to Hurricanes and Heartbreak. This is young adult. I just thought that looked so cute and summery. The Gifts by Liz Hyder. This is very cool. Like a woman has wings that sprout out of her back, and another woman has something to do with wings. Like historical sounding read. And then 2 bookish ones. Talk Bookish to Me by Kate Bromley and The Messy Lives of Book People. We love like books about books. All the ones at Dollar Tree are $1.50 now. And then I went to the Goodwill bookstore and got a couple things too. So the Briars by Sarah Crouch. This is going to be good for hike-a-thon. This woman is like in the wilderness in a remote place in a new job, and then something crazy happens. It's like a thriller. I got Unbirthday by Liz Braswell. This is part of the Twisted Tale series. I'm slowly collecting them all. They come out with a few every year. This is the twisted version of Alice in Wonderland. What if Wonderland was in peril and Alice was very late? And then on theme, I found a copy of The Deep by Alma Katsu. This is a horror retelling of Titanic that I've been wanting to read for a really long time. I may try to squeeze it in for the readathon. I'm not sure. I've heard it's like spooky and great. The paperback and the birthday one were 4 and then the adult one was 6. And then I want to show you some of the stuff that I got at Dollar Tree for giveaways and different things like that. All right, so I got some candy. I always like to include some kind of small bag of candy. So I've got Swedish fish and I got shark gummies to add to the Mermaid Marathon giveaway. And then for me and Jeff, I got some bacon and egg gummies. Trader Joe's had these a while ago and we got into this weird rhythm of taking them on vacations or like hikes and like taking pictures like holding them on a hike. I don't know, it was like a weird thing. So I got a couple bags so that we can take them on different hiking trips. Another Dollar Tree book, The Busy Brain Cure, an 8-week plan to tame anxiety and sleep again. So I've been really working on like healing my nervous system, so I thought why not. For the hike-a-thon giveaway, I got the Nancy Drew Diaries Secrets at Mystic Lake. I think she's like camping, so that looked good for hike-a-thon. For this readathon, I got this little Norwal kind of mermaidy notebook. And then 2 little notebooks. It says Bloom Where You Are Planted for Books in Bloom next year. I have a list, like I try to add like a necklace and a notebook and a candy and different things like that to the giveaways. I got something for Halloween too that I'll show you a little bit later because I don't want to go grab it. So I need to start a new physical book. I need to continue with my audio. I have a lot of cleaning and things to do. We're going on a little trip this weekend, so I need to prep for that. That's my update for today, so I will check in with you tomorrow. Hey guys, happy Mermaid Marathon day 5. It is 4:30 on Friday. I'm just now checking in because I just got a chance to like clean my hair and kind of get freshened up. So today I have just been doing a lot of housework and getting things ready because we are going on a trip this weekend. My sweet friend booked me and Jeff and her a cabin in a mountain town that we went to last year for hike-a-thon. I had told her about it and she booked us like a big cabin to do for 2 days because she's on summer vacation and she wanted some company. So I have just been getting ready to go do that, packing up and also like just cleaning the house and all kinds of stuff. So while I did all of that, I finished Out of Air today. This was so good. It was so atmospheric and mysterious and interesting. It had a lot to do with friendship, a little bit of romance. I love the descriptions of the cave and the underwaterness. Had some magical surrealism, slight body horror. This one's not like overly spooky or overly like gory and descriptive. In my opinion, like there was definitely some like creepy wounds and things that they were dealing with because they were in this cave, but I really liked this overall. So I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.25. Not quite a 5, but like really close. I really enjoyed it. I liked the narrator. She was really good at making you feel like anxious and out of breath while they were like diving and in trouble. I'm really glad that I finally finished this one. So it's also like beautiful. So we are now 3 books down, using that one for the diving challenge on the readathon map. And then I started Midnight on the Celestial. I kind of went rogue choosing this because I don't own a copy of it, but I had the audiobook and it's one I've been wanting to get to for a while. It's so interesting. I'm gonna read you the synopsis because it's a little bit tricky to describe. Okay, so Rhoe DeMarcus has never been afraid of the dead. Her power to summon spirits has awed the guests of her esteemed family's galas for as long as she can remember. Her future is certain and her gift will be another shining jewel in the DeMarcus legacy. When she fails her realm's trials to keep her magic and is deemed too dangerous for society, she faces a harrowing choice: give up her gift or serve a punishment sentence aboard the Celestial, a luxurious magical cruise ship where staff members compete for guests' votes to earn a coveted retrial. So basically it's like a fantasy on a cruise ship with like ghosts and witches, and all of the staff are wanting to get into this retrial, and so they get votes from the guests, but she is a little bit out of her realm because she's kind of like a noble person now in this servant position, and she doesn't actually know as much about the ship as she thought, and she's got to like appease the guests, and there's all these magical elements and like spooky things, and I'm loving it. Like one of the people enchanted the cruise animal towels. Like they'll do towels animals in your room at night like normal cruises, but they enchanted them to like be alive, so the monkeys were like swinging and the birds were flying. So I'm loving it. I love a cruise, so I'm having a really good time. I'm like a third of the way through it. I'm not sure how much reading and listening time I'm gonna have this weekend. I'm gonna do my best. We have about an hour and 40-minute drive, but I don't know how much I'll be chatting with Jeff and my friend. And then we're gonna go on a hike and we're gonna go to dinner. We may lounge by the pool. I just don't know how much like actual reading time I'm gonna get in, so I may lose some of my readathon time over the weekend, but we're gonna have a good time and just see how it goes. I didn't film anything fun for you today, but we'll have some fun things to film tomorrow. Not exactly mermaid marathon-y, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just glad that I'm enjoying my book so much. Lastly, I wanted to show you the 2 spooky things that I was too lazy to show you yesterday. So I got this candy corn pumpkin mug. I have so many Halloween mugs. It's like so out of control. But this is that nice like stoneware that's like sturdier. And then it's like candy corn and a pumpkin. I love it. I got that at Burlington. And then I got a painting. Look at this. I got this spooky painting at Home Goods. The little ghost on it, which is going to be the theme of my Halloween party this year. So I just thought that was like the cutest thing ever. Okay, I think that's going to be it for now. I am just going to finish doing my stuff that I need to do for the trip, and then I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Guys, happy Mermaid Marathon at day 6. So we are currently at our cabin in Idlewild. We didn't sleep the best last night, so we got up today and we had breakfast, and by the time we got ready it was like too hot to go on our hike, so we're gonna go later this evening. But Jeff and I went down to the pool at this place, which was crazy because they were having a pool party, and now I'm sitting outside. I'm gonna read a physical book. I'm not sure which one. Then we're either going to go read some more at a coffee shop or do something before we do our hike later. I am a little closer to halfway. Midnight on the Celestial, loving it so much. It's like a true cruise fantasy. There's like a gift shop and all this stuff, but there's like witches and magic and trials and competitions, a little bit of romance. It's really fun. It's kind of reminding me of Predatory Natures. It's not really like that at all, but it has like a somewhat similar vibe because there's like a staff working on something that's traveling. So Jeff's out here now. I'm just gonna dry off out here and I'll check in with you in a little bit. Hey guys, it is now week 2 of Mermaid Marathon. I am sorry I didn't get a chance to check in on Sunday. We mostly just like packed up and then came home, and then my sister came over to watch the Love Island finale, and I kind of just chilled out. So I will give you a reading update. So I got about halfway through the Midnight on the Celestial, which is set on a cruise ship. It's like a fantasy cruise. There is this world where certain people have these magical abilities and other people don't, and sometimes it's dangerous. Our main character kind of comes rich, noble blood, and she fails her trial when she's doing something involving this magic and has to go and work on this cruise ship, which is designed for people to go and work and earn votes to do a retrial for the magic stuff. It's kind of complicated but not hard to follow, but basically she can connect with spirits. They can talk to her and she can kind of manipulate them, and everybody has different magical abilities. And so she's like this rich girl going on this ship that her family owns that she doesn't really know anything about. Okay, I lost an earring. And she's supposed to go on it, and she gets a family assigned to her that she's supposed to take care of and entertain and get votes in order to possibly get a retrial. But when she gets there, everything is much darker and harsher and sinister than what it seems. She kind of finds like a found family with the other people competing and just learns about the world. So cruise heavy. I am loving it. It's so unique because it's solid like fantasy on a cruise. Like they talk about like the gift shop, and one of the magic people like enchants the cruise towels. So on cruise ships they will leave you like animal towels in your room, and one of the people like enchants them to like dance around to entertain the kids, and they have all these different things that they do for entertainment. She also has these like nightmare visions, I can't remember what she calls them, where she will like see things that aren't real, decipher whether it's a real thing that she needs to get involved with or whether it's just like this weird vision. Just so much goodness. There's like ghostiness, magic, there's a little romance, there's a ragtag team of characters. I love the cruise setting. I'm having the best time with it. So then physically I started Sacrifice by Rin Chapeko, because this one is set kind of like in an island jungle, and I found this one recently at Dollar Tree. I really like Rin Chapeko's The Bone Witch, which is her fantasy trilogy, and I thought I would give it a shot. I'm really liking this one too, and I actually got 100 pages in this weekend, which I have not been physically reading hardly at all this year, so the fact that I did that while on a trip was kind of crazy and awesome. There is this island, and these TV producers have heard all of these rumors about like ghosts and myths and this god of the island that wants sacrifices, and they want to film a TV show about it. So they hire one of the local people that's kind of desperate for money because her dad is really sick, and she's basically taking them around and showing them, but also warning them like, don't go to this part of the island, don't mess with this. And they're of course from Hollywood and arrogant, and they're not listening, and then crazy things are happening. This one's definitely more on the like horror spooky side. I wouldn't say it's like terrifying, but there are like corpses that like come out of the trees and different things, and there's a little romance in here. I am really liking this one as well. So I think I'm just over a third of the way through. It's not a very long one, so that's going good. I do plan on reading a couple more actual mermaid books next year, but I'm kind of liking that we're following the map and hitting the different prompts and just doing like summary things. That's been really fun. We've hit 3 reading challenges so far. We're working on 2. A huge turnout on Instagram, which is really cool. Yeah, the readathon is going really well so far. We have a lot of people participating. It seems like everybody's having a really good time. Also, we had a really nice time at the cabin. We went with a friend who kindly got the cabin for the 3 of us, and we went out to eat. We went to a tea room. Jeff and I did a late night hike on Saturday night because it was kind of hot during the day. We went to the pool for a minute. We just kind of walked around, had a good time, and then her and I actually read quite a bit, which was really fun. We're both reading Midnight on the Celestial. She's physically reading it. I'm doing the audio. We're kind of obsessed together, which has been really fun. Tried my darndest to find anything mermaidy to film, because sometimes like the stores will have mermaid stuff or summer things, but it was really more of like a hike-a-thon-ish place. But that's okay. Like you kind of just have to make your life work with the readathons rather than the other way around. I do plan on doing some more like mermaid marathon things for next week, but either way, I had a really good time. So yeah, that is everything about how the cabin trip went. For today, I have done my work and I've done a lot of cleaning and things that I need to do. I did a lot before I left, so the house was in pretty good shape. So we're actually gonna head to the beach and take tomorrow's reel slash photo. Tomorrow is a boat. Whenever I do a challenge like that for Instagram that is like a boat or a pirate, you do not have to use a book. Like you could dress like this and be a pirate, but you can also use a book as well. That's why sometimes I'll put like mermaid book and sometimes I'll put mermaid, or alien book. You can use other things. You don't have to be purely bookish for my Instagram challenges. But tomorrow we're gonna go do a reel and some pictures of some boat books at the marina near me. That's like 20 minutes. We're gonna get some sunshine, we're gonna go on a walk, and then I need to go to Hobby Lobby and get some soap base because I like to make soap for the readathons, like fun shapes, and we're gonna do like some seashell soap for everybody. I'm gonna make some seashell soap for the giveaway. I have really good bases like goat's milk and oat milk and stuff, and so you just melt it down, add your own scents and dye, and then pour it in a mold. A really nice thing that I can add to the giveaway that's really good. And if you ever get my giveaway soap, I have heard it's excellent for cleaning makeup brushes. Like you just kind of put your brush on it and then rinse it off. It like gets in there, so that's cool. So we're gonna go there, and then of course next to Hobby Lobby is TJ Maxx, so we're gonna go do a little bit more Halloween hunting as well, and then we'll see how much time we have left. I may go to a couple other stores. That's what we're gonna do today. I'll film as many piratey things as I can. I haven't read a true pirate book yet for the readathon. I'm hoping I can get one in before we wrap it up, but the days are going so fast and we're just having like a really good time. So I think that's everything I want to tell you guys for now. This is the Pirates of the Caribbean bandana. I have a Pirates of the Caribbean shirt. We're just having a great time, and we're gonna go get going. Go to the marina. Okay, I just did my walk and I took my boat book photos down here. It was pretty nice overall, but it's really busy and kind of loud just because it's July. So I started The Cove by Claire Rose. And basically there's like a girl and she is kind of a misfit and a delinquent, and she gets kicked out of school, and her parents are going to send her to live with her uncle and his farm in Maine. That's what I'm at. It's a young adult one. It was on my main TBR. I was going to use it for the island category, so I may move Serena somewhere else, but it was one I really wanted to get to because it came out this year. Okay, so change of plans slightly. We're actually going to go to Michael's because they have their soap blocks on sale. Plus they're closer to like Barnes & Noble and a couple other places I wanted to go, and closer to where I am. So we're gonna go do that, and I'm gonna continue to listen while I drive. Guys, happy Mermaid Marathon day 10. Thursday morning. I've done some of my work and things I needed to do this morning, and it's going to be very hot today, like close to 90, which for me where I live is extra bad because I don't have central air. I only have like little window units and not in all of the rooms. So once it starts to get like this, I tend to like leave in the afternoon until the temperature kind of cools off. Like I go to the beach, or I go shopping, or I go to the pool, or go to someone's house. So I'm gonna go and swim at my mom's house today. The reading update wise, I haven't read any more of my physical book, but I'm gonna bring it with me and hopefully read in the pool. So I finished Midnight on Celestial. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a solid like standalone fantasy. I loved the spooky cruise elements. I loved the witchiness and the ghost and the magic system, and I thought it was great. So I'm giving it like a 4.25, not entirely a 5-star, but really close. Such a great time with it. It's one I think I'm going to be recommending a lot. This is going to work really good for the theme that we're doing for Not So Scary-a-thon, so kind of keep that in mind. Really had a good time with it. We're using this for the cruise challenge on the island map. Then I have read a third of this. Like, it's going pretty good. I will say there is a lot to do with like religion and reformment. So the girl that is going to live with like her uncle is mostly with her aunt, who is a very, very strict Christian and has a lot of like religious rules, and she is basically running kind of like a reformment camp for troubled teens. And there are a lot of talks of religion and Christianity in a negative light. Obviously everything can go one way or the other. There is a bad side to every religion and there is a good side to every religion. So I just wanted to let everybody know that that's some of the content that's in here, and it is kind of culty as well. There's some cultish stuff happening. That being said, I'm kind of enjoying it. It's spooky, it's kind of creepy and weird. It's definitely got like a light horror vibe, and I'm really liking the kind of like ocean elements because they're kind of by like an island and an ocean. Also, my friend sent me this copy that she got, and it comes with a little cool, cute postcard of all of the teens in the book from 8th Island. Super cute. Still going good for me. I had a really good time shopping yesterday. I got one Halloween item and I got a bunch of books at a thrift store that I will show you guys probably later today or maybe tomorrow. I had a really good time taking my book photos. I went to some of the little shops on the harbor, and it was just kind of a nice, lovely day overall. I got my boat reel for today. I didn't use it for today's main like picture or whatever, so I'll show it to you here. I just used some of the boat books that I have read. This is the second reel that I've created for boat books because I've only done one other one so far. Okay, so that's everything for now. I may check in with you later, but if not, I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Happy Mermaid Marathon, day 11. Okay, it's 3 p.m. on Thursday. I actually left today, which I wasn't planning on. I was planning on staying home. And I went and met my mom and my sister for lunch, and we did a little home goods run again because apparently they're getting some Thomas Kincaid Disney paintings, and we were trying to look for them. We didn't find anything. I think I'm like an hour further in this. I was really hoping to finish this Tuesday. So we're like kind of behind by my standards, but I'm enjoying it, so that's good. And then last night, Jeff and I went to a coffee shop and I read about 40 pages of my Jungle book, The Sacrifice. So that part is going good. I just was hoping to do some more like mermaidy activities this week. I'll probably do 1 or 2 things over the weekend, but hopefully you're still enjoying your time. So I have a lot of books to share with you. I went to the thrift store on Tuesday. I went to some library bookstores. I went to some library book sales, and there's like a big stack. I'm not going to go over everything super in depth, but I'll just kind of show you my little mini haul. I have been trying to unhaul like 10 books a week from my unhaul pile from earlier this year, and some like excess giveaway books I didn't need. This is going to kind of throw off my progress, but I got The Summer Book Club by Susan Mallory. I think I have read another book from Susan Mallory that I really enjoyed, and it's summery and bookish. Fake Skating by Lynn Painter, a YA romance I think heard good things about. These were all, by the way, between 75 cents and $2 because I got some really good deals and sales. Silent Patient, I need to double check that I don't already have this. I don't see it on my thriller shelf up here. I try to pick out 1 or 2 like really popular thrillers and read them a year. I tend to not like the extremely popular ones, like the really high ranking, like millions of review ones. Hopefully this goes well. I've never read from this author before. I don't know really anything about it. I got some more books for giveaways. Stalking Jack the Ripper, one of my favorite series of all time, good for spooky season, good for retellings. I got Madman's Daughter, another retelling of The Isle of Dr. Moreau, another copy of Atlantia for giveaways. This is one of my favorite like ocean-y books. It has sirens, not mermaids. There's an underwater world, there's witches. It's really, really good. I got This Town is a Nightmare for $1. This is a young adult book. I didn't even read the synopsis of this because this is going to work for one of the readathons for next year, so slight clue. Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. I've been slowly collecting all of her books. I really like her writing style. She's one of the only contemporary romance authors that I really enjoy, and this is like a workplace dynamic, I think told through like emails. Her romances are like really cheesy, but they're like done in a way that I just really enjoy, so I've been wanting to read this one. Stealing Infinity by Alison Noel. I've heard good things about this. It's a fantasy as far as I know. The Shadow World, and this one has a giant octopus on the cover and a cat. Eidolon Chronicles. It's middle grade, but it looks good for summertime. Nature Girl by Carl Heisen. She's like kayaking. I think this one's set like at a summer camp, so it'll go in my hike-a-thon pile. The Drowning, another one for hike-a-thon / late summer. It's like murder mystery, again, at like a summer camp with camp counselors. The Last Magician. I've heard great things about this series from Lisa Maxwell. I think I have the second one and the third one, so I was excited to get the first. And then these two were really exciting. So I got The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reed. I got it for like 75 cents. I have kind of mixed feelings about Ava Reed, but it was 75 cents, so we're gonna try it. I found an exclusive edition of A Light in the Flame by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I'm assuming this is part of one of her series. Don't really love her books, but I have a lot of friends that do, so I figured one of my friends would probably like this one. I don't know what exactly is exclusive about it. It doesn't have sprayed edges or like a different cover or anything, but it was $1, so that was cool. Then at Marshall's I found a book, which they've been getting more and more books, so you can check there. Been between like $7 to $10 for paperback and then $10 to $17 for hardcovers, which for me is not that great of a deal because I can find things used very easily at library bookstores and thrift stores and Bookoutlet. But for a lot of you, that will still be a great deal. And then I checked the sale area and they had One Perfect Couple, which I have been wanting to get a copy of for the last year or two, for $5, on sale for $5. This is a summer thriller. This girl has kind of a newish boyfriend. They go to film this like couples TV show, kind of like Survivor, but with romance, and then things go haywire and they kind of have to survive on this island. I loved this. I thought it was a blast. I loved the atmosphere. I just thought it was really fun. It had a lot of survival elements and summer elements, and it had a really good time. So I've been wanting to get a copy of this. I just really enjoy Ruth Ware as a thriller writer. Okay, so I think that's my only update for now. I am going to clean and do some things that I have been meaning to do the last couple of days here because we got a little bit messy, and yeah, just kind of chill for the rest of the day, and then I'll let you guys know what I'm doing tomorrow, or I'll check back in if I finish or start another book. So that's my update for now. Sorry, not the best like footage wise, not the most exciting reading vlog this week, but I'm still having a good time. Happy Mermaid Marathon day 14. one-time reading vlog because I was kind of checked out on Thursday and Friday and yesterday. I think it was Thursday night. Jeff went to go to work at like 4:30 in the morning because he takes the train to work on Fridays because the traffic is so bad on the way home that it's better just to take the train even though it's short. And normally like that doesn't bother me. He always goes to work before me and I always sleep past it. But for some reason, like 10 minutes after he left, I just like woke up. I was like so awake that I wondered if like an earthquake happened or something, because it was like I knew I wasn't gonna be able to fall asleep, but I wasn't exactly like full of energy. So I kind of got up and I made breakfast and I kind of just like laid around, and then it made me so crabby because I was like really tired, but I didn't feel like taking a nap, and it just kind of trashed the whole day, and I didn't wind up reading or listening to anything, unfortunately. Friday was a lot better. I did some audiobooking and I mostly stayed home and just got caught up on some things, some cleaning and cooking. And then yesterday we went and swam at my parents' house and kind of had a chill day, and I kind of finished catching up on sleep. And then today Jeff took me on a nice little outing. We went to lunch, we went to a coffee shop, we went to go find some birthday presents for his mom, we went on a little hike, and I went to a little free library. I found a nice last minute find, Shark, Why We Need to Save the World's Most Misunderstood Predator. It's a little nonfiction book that I can read for Mermaid Marathon next year. So I'm still working on finishing my physical read, and then I finished this finally today. I had like 30 minutes left on like Wednesday or Thursday, and I just now finished it. The second week didn't go the best, but I enjoyed everything I read quite a bit, and I did read like, I don't know, 4 or 5 books, so we're calling it a win. I had kind of mixed feelings on this because it has culty, religious-y horror vibes. The horror part was pretty light. It wasn't like too spooky, but I did really like the ending. I liked the last like 45 minutes a lot, and like where it went and how it ended. So I think I'm gonna settle with like a 3.5. This one would not be good for hike-a-thon the way I thought it was going to, because it's at this like reformant camp, but there's not really like camping true nature elements because they're like sleeping in a farmhouse and stuff. More like ocean-y, sea lore vibes to it, mystery, slight horror. So I am glad that I got to it. And then my physical read, The Sacrifice, is going pretty good overall. I'm a little sad that I've only read 2 mermaid books for the readathon. It's been such a funky year readathon wise that I'll kind of take what I can get, and we're just gonna call it a win. I'll check back in with you when I have finished The Sacrifice in probably like a day or 2 and just wrap everything up, go over everything I read and all of the star ratings. So that's my update. Hey guys, it's been a little bit since I have checked in, but I'm here to finally wrap up this very belated reading vlog. So we had a good time overall. We did things a little differently this year. I read kind of all summer encompassing books rather than just mermaid books, which I really enjoyed, but I also did miss reading more mermaid books. So I read a total of 6 things, and we're going to go over them from least favorite to favorite. I liked all of these around the same level, which is kind of nice, but I think we're going to go, coming in at the bottom is The Cove by Claire Rose. This one I gave a 3.5. It had a little bit, I just didn't love the like religious and culty elements. I wish we had a little bit more of like the sea aspects of this. There's like some sea mysteries, seashells popping up and ocean things, because I really did like the ending. That one bumped it up for me, but I wound up giving this one a 3.5. Serena by Donna Jo Napoli. This one was probably just under a 4-star. This has a very like fairy tale, Aesop's fable kind of vibe about it. Donna has a very specific way of like writing her stories, and they're very, very kind of classic feeling. So there's some like weirder elements and things, but I really enjoyed this for being a short story. I thought it was kind of whimsical and unique, a little bit tragic. So just under a 4. The Sacrifice by Rin Chapeko. I think I'm giving this one just under a 4 as well. This one we did for the jungle prompt. It also has a TV element, which we'll talk about here in a second. So this one is set on this tropical island that is known for this myth of this sleeping god that once sacrifices, and it will grant the person providing it unimaginable powers. And this TV crew goes to document this and learn about the myth and the lore, and they wrangle this local team to help them tour the island, and then things start to go horribly wrong. Has a lot of like spooky plant situations. This is a good one for Summerween. A little bit more graphic than I was expecting, but not too graphic. Like there's just some true plant horror, and island horror stuff in here. So again, just under a 4. Same thing here, just under a 4-star, maybe right out of 4-star. There's Something Fishy About My Boyfriend. This is a new release that came out this year. The first one in the Jersey Shore Merman series. There's going to be a new one next year. I'm very excited. This is a merman romance. It's set on the Jersey Shore. Our main character helps run her parents' bed and breakfast, and she finds this naked man on the beach, and she helps him, and he winds up being a mermaid, and they have to like keep him safe and protect him. This one has probably like 2 to 3 pretty spicy scenes in it, but they're fairly short, and I feel like the spice doesn't take over the book, which is what I don't like about a lot of spicy books. Sometimes once the spice comes in, the book is only about the spice and the characters thinking about having sex and wanting to be with each other. But this one still has a really cute little plot. It's kind of a cozy read. There's like a found family, and there's friendships. There's silly like New Jersey people and characters in here, and I really enjoyed this. 4.5 is Out of Air by Rachel Reese. So glad I finally read this, and it was pretty much everything I wanted it to be. The character is graduating high school, and her friends have been known to go diving and go on adventures and hunt for treasure, and they wind up going to this one cave, and then strange things start happening to the 2 people that enter the cave, changes in their body, and they go to try and figure out like what's going on, and they're hunting for treasure. This is an ocean horror young adult book. This one is less intense than The Sacrifice, I would say, but I really enjoyed it. It gives you that claustrophobic feel with diving books that I sometimes like. A lot of like ocean and summer vibes. There is a tiny romance in here. There's intense situations. It's very fast paced. I really like the narrator that did the audiobook for this because it just made you feel that like anxiety, but like in a good way. So I really enjoyed this, like 4.5. And then Midnight on the Celestial was probably like almost a 5. One of the most unique books I've ever read. I loved it so much. This is a young adult fantasy set on a cruise ship. So we're in this world that people have these magical abilities, and Ro DeMarcus has the ability to summon and connect with spirits. They have these certain trials that they have to do for the magic, and she fails her trial, which is unexpected because she's coming from this high wealthy family. Her parents actually own this magical cruise ship where people that have failed their trial go to compete with each other to get a chance at retrial. So what they do is they go and they are each assigned guests, and they have to impress the guests to earn points. The person with the most points gets a chance at retrial. So what's really fun about this is it has so many cruise elements, but in a fantasy way, like they are enchanting the towel animals that you get on cruises to come to life and dance around the room. You bite into chocolate and it turns into a flower. She makes the hands of the kids sticky so they can climb the walls. So I really liked all of that. There's like a gift shop on board, but it is a fantasy one. It's a spooky one because there's lots to do with ghosts and things like that, ghost and kind of witchy elements, and a little romance and some friendship. And I just really loved it. It was one of the most unique ones I've ever read. I'm going to be recommending it a lot. So, okay, so not as many as I wanted to get to, but I'm really happy with everything that I got to for the readathon. So now we are currently doing Randomathon TV, which is my next random readathon where we choose a different theme every time. And this last theme is TV themed. So we're reading books that have been turned into TV shows, books that have a TV show element, books by TV show authors. We're having a good time. It won't be too late to jump in by the time you're seeing this video, so I'll link the announcement down below. So we have that one, we'll have Not So Scary-a-thon, and we'll have Jingle Bell-a-thon, and then we'll wrap up the year for readathon. Let me know if there's anything that you would like to do for next year's Mermaid Marathon. Please hit me up with some kind of mermaid or fishy emoji. If you made it this far, I so appreciate any of you that watched the entire reading vlog. These are kind of more for me than they are for you because they don't really do the best on my channel, but I love seeing what we did every year, what I read every year, and just kind of chatting about books. So let me know if you participated, if you had a great time, and I'll see you guys next time on The Bright Side.